What is up, everybody? It's your hipster boy Brock Burrito here, back with another Gorillaz video. This is the third one this week. God damn! Oh, I'm running out of ideas. I'm selling out. Oh God! But in all seriousness, though, guys, I think this is kind of the direction I want to be taking my channel, and give me them views, man. Now today, I just wanted to review and sort of go over an album that I've recently grown quite a bit of interest in, and that is Gorillaz' fourth studio album. You'll understand why I went studio album with such emphasis later. But yeah, it's their fourth studio album, and it's an album I've grown a lot of love towards ever since my ranked video. And God, that thing blew up quite a bit, didn't it? But anyways, we're just going to discuss why this is arguably the worst Gorillaz album and really what could have been done to make it a better album production and quality-wise. So, yeah. Now, a bit of a heads up here, you guys. If you've already seen my Gorillaz Are Dying video, then I'm basically just going to regurgitate everything I said there, but in more context. And, yeah. So, The Fall. It was released 2010 Christmas Day to the super secret, super special Gorillaz fan club. And then a few months later to the public as a full-fledged studio album. This thing was made on Damon Albarn's iPad during the Escape to Plastic Beach tour in 2010. And during that time on tour, time is a bit of a crunch and deadlines are always riding up your ass. But other than that, this thing could have easily passed for, a nice B-sides album, seeing as it did use unfinished concepts from Plastic Beach, and sort of just anticlimactic and undeveloped songs. It's a very raw, very down-to-earth and stripped-back side of Gorillaz that we very rarely ever get to see. And, yeah, if you're a hardcore fan of Gorillaz, I would totally say go for this album. It's very interesting, and to see what Damon could actually come up with on a simple iPad and iMac or whatever you hipsters, circle-jerking hipsters call your fancy machines. Yeah, notice I said it could qualify for a B-sides album. And raw and stripped back and down to earth are, adjectives you usually don't think of when you think of Gorillaz. And at that point in Gorillaz' career, Damon could really do no harm. But he did lots of harm when he released this thing as a full-fledged album. And to the Gorillaz fanbase shock, this thing was not what they expected. Now, I honestly don't really know what Gorillaz fans were expecting first coming into this thing. I mean, getting the news that there's a new Gorillaz album out just a few months after one as great and all-around amazing as Plastic Beach had dropped, I mean, that's a pretty hard uphill battle you're going to have to fight to top an album like that. And just in the span of just a couple of months of production, I mean, you're kind of throwing yourself off a cliff there, Damon. And what we got actually had a lot of potential, minus Phoner to Arizona and Seattle Yodel. But, yeah, it had a lot of potential and a lot of momentum to it. But it kind of feels like a Charlie Brown. It had a really good start, had a really good running start, and then falls straight on its face. Now, I would just show footage right there, but good old copyright. Am I right? Thanks, YouTube. Now, I would be more forgiving on this album if it actually had any music videos. Now, that's the thing with this. All we got from this album was a crappy time-lapse of, Damon and everyone touring, driving across the U.S. of A. to the probably one of the crappiest songs on the album, Phoner to Arizona. I mean, come on, just watching that time-lapse, listening to the farting synths in the background of bop, 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 bop. It gets really, really annoying and under my skin. I mean, even as the arguably worst Gorillaz album, it's still probably one of my, favorites. But, yeah, I'm feeling a strong 6.5 to a 7. Transition! Anthony Fantano joke. Did you